Hello, everyone, and welcome to Speak Your Flow. I'm your host, Michael, and this is the podcast where we help you learn English in a fun and easy way. Today, we have a wonderful guest joining us. Please welcome Olivia.
Hi, Michael. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me on the show. I'm really excited to be here today.
We're so happy to have you, Olivia. Today's topic is something that everyone can talk about. Daily routines. Whether you're a student, a worker, or staying at home, we all have daily routines.
Yes, this is such a practical topic. When you're learning English, talking about your daily routine is one of the first conversations you'll have with new people.
Exactly right. So listeners, today you're going to learn lots of useful vocabulary and phrases that you can use every single day. Are you ready, Olivia?
I'm ready. Let's start.
Perfect. So, Olivia, let's begin with the morning. Tell me, what time do you wake up?
I usually wake up at 6:30 in the morning. My alarm goes off at 6:30, but I have to be honest, I'm not a morning person.
Oh no, so you're one of those people who hits the snooze button?
Yes, guilty. I hit the snooze button at least once, sometimes twice, so I actually get out of bed around 6:45.
That's okay. Many people do that. So after you finally get up, what's the first thing you do?
The first thing I do is make my bed. I know it sounds simple, but making my bed helps me start the day feeling organized and productive.
That's a great habit. Many successful people say they always make their bed in the morning. What do you do next?
Next, I go to the bathroom. I wash my face with cold water. The cold water really wakes me up and makes me feel fresh and alert.
Cold water. Wow, that's brave. I prefer warm water myself. After washing your face, what comes next?
Then I brush my teeth. I try to brush for at least 2 minutes because my dentist always reminds me that's the recommended time.
Good dental hygiene. Do you do anything else in the bathroom in the morning?
Yes, I take a shower. I'm definitely a morning shower person. Some people prefer to shower at night, but for me, a morning shower is essential. It really helps me wake up.
I agree. There's something about a morning shower that just makes you feel ready for the day. How long do you usually spend in the shower?
Usually about 10 to 15 minutes. I wash my hair with shampoo, use conditioner, and wash my body with soap. If I'm running late, I can do a quick 5-minute shower.
Makes sense. So you're all clean and fresh. What happens next?
After the shower, I dry myself with a towel. Then I get dressed for work. I usually choose my outfit the night before, so getting dressed is quick, maybe 5 minutes.
Oh, that's smart. Choosing clothes the night before saves so much time. What kind of clothes do you wear to work?
I work in an office, but it's a casual environment, so I usually wear jeans or comfortable pants and a nice blouse or sweater. I don't need to wear formal business suits.
That sounds comfortable. After getting dressed, what do you do with your hair?
I blow dry my hair, which takes about 10 minutes. Then, depending on how much time I have, I might straighten it or leave it natural.
And makeup? Do you wear makeup?
Yes, I wear simple makeup. Just some foundation, a little blush, mascara, and lipstick. Nothing too heavy. This takes about 10 to 15 minutes.
So by now, you're completely ready for work. What time is it usually?
By this time, it's around 7:30 or 7:45. Then I head to the kitchen for breakfast.
Ah, yes, breakfast, the most important meal of the day. What do you typically eat?
I try to eat something healthy. My usual breakfast is oatmeal with fresh fruit like bananas or blueberries. Sometimes I add honey or almonds to make it tastier.
That sounds delicious and nutritious. What do you drink with breakfast?
Coffee. I can't start my day without coffee. I make a cup every morning. Usually I add a little bit of milk to it.
Coffee is essential for so many people. Do you make it at home?
Yes, I have a coffee maker at home. It's much cheaper than buying coffee every day at a cafe, and I can make it exactly the way I like it.
Very practical. What do you do while you eat breakfast?
I usually check my phone. I read the news, check my emails, and scroll through social media for a few minutes. I like to know what's happening in the world before I start my day.
Many people have that same habit these days. After breakfast, what's next?
After eating, I brush my teeth again. I always brush after meals. Then I pack my bag with everything I need for work: my laptop, notebook, wallet, keys, and phone.
Good preparation. What time do you leave your house?
I try to leave by 8:15. My work starts at 9, and it takes about 30 to 40 minutes to get there, depending on traffic.
How do you get to work? Do you drive, take public transportation, or something else?
I drive to work. I have a car, and driving is the most convenient option for me. The public transportation in my area isn't very good, so driving makes sense.
I understand. So you arrive at work around 8:45?
Yes, exactly. I like arriving a little early so I'm not stressed. I can get settled, grab a coffee, and prepare for the day before my official work time starts at 9.
That's a smart approach. Starting calmly is much better than rushing. Now let's talk about your workday. What do you do for work?
I work as a marketing coordinator for a technology company. I help plan marketing campaigns, create social media content, and work with different teams.
That sounds interesting. What does a typical workday look like?
When I arrive at work, the first thing I do is turn on my computer and check my emails. I usually have quite a few emails waiting for me.
Email is such a big part of work these days. How much time do you spend on emails?
Probably an hour or two each day just managing emails. After checking emails, I look at my calendar to see what meetings I have scheduled.
Do you have many meetings?
Yes, quite a few. Some days I have 3 or 4 meetings. We have team meetings, project meetings, and meetings with clients.
That's a lot of meetings. What else do you do during the workday?
Besides meetings and emails, I work on various projects. I might write blog posts, create social media content, analyze marketing data, or plan future campaigns.
Sounds like you have a lot of variety in your work. Do you take breaks during the day?
Yes, definitely. I take a coffee break around 10:30. I get up from my desk, go to the break room, make some coffee, and chat with my colleagues for about 10 or 15 minutes.
Taking breaks is so important for staying productive. What about lunch?
Lunch is usually between 12:30 and 1 o'clock. I have a 1-hour lunch break. Sometimes I eat in the office cafeteria with colleagues. Other times I go out to a nearby restaurant.
Do you bring lunch from home or buy it?
It depends. I try to bring lunch from home because it's healthier and saves money. I might bring a salad, sandwich, or leftovers from dinner. But sometimes I'm too busy in the morning, so I buy lunch.
That's very practical. What do you do during your lunch break besides eating?
If the weather is nice, I like to take a short walk outside. Walking helps clear my mind and gives me energy for the afternoon. Other times, I might read, listen to music, or just relax.
Mental breaks are so important. After lunch, you go back to work?
Yes, I return to my desk and continue working. The afternoon is usually when I do my focused work, writing, preparing presentations, or working on detailed projects.
Do you take any other breaks in the afternoon?
I try to take a short break around 3 or 3:30, just 5 or 10 minutes to stretch, walk around, or get some water. Sitting all day isn't healthy, so these little breaks help.
Very true. Movement is important. What time does your workday end?
My official hours end at 5:30. Sometimes I stay a bit later if I have urgent work, but I usually try to leave by 6 at the latest.
And then you commute home?
Yes, I drive home. Evening traffic is usually heavier than morning traffic, so it takes about 45 minutes to an hour.
Traffic can be frustrating. What do you do during the commute?
I listen to music, podcasts, or audiobooks. It makes the time pass faster and makes the drive more enjoyable. Sometimes I listen to English learning podcasts too.
Excellent use of time. So you get home around 6:30 or 7. What's your evening routine?
When I get home, I immediately change into comfortable clothes. I take off my work clothes and put on sweatpants and a cozy t-shirt or sweater.
Yes, that's one of the best feelings after work, getting comfortable.
It really is. After changing, I relax for a bit. I sit on the couch, check my phone, or watch some TV. I just decompress from the workday.
Do you live alone or with someone?
I live with my partner. When we both get home, we talk about our day and spend time together.
That's nice. What about dinner?
We usually eat dinner around 7:30 or 8. Sometimes my partner cooks, sometimes I cook, and sometimes we cook together. We try to make healthy meals at home.
What kind of food do you like to cook?
We like variety, sometimes pasta with vegetables and chicken, sometimes stir fry with rice, or grilled fish with salad. We always include lots of vegetables.
Healthy eating is important. How long does cooking take?
It depends on the meal. Simple meals take 20 or 30 minutes. More complicated recipes might take an hour. On weeknights, we keep it simple because we're tired.
That makes sense. Save the fancy cooking for weekends. What do you do while eating?
We eat at the dining table. Sometimes we watch TV while eating, but we try to have screen-free dinners a few times a week so we can talk and connect.
That's a healthy balance. After dinner, what happens?
We clean up the kitchen together, we wash the dishes, wipe the counters, and put everything away. This takes about 15 to 20 minutes.
Do you wash dishes by hand or use a dishwasher?
We have a dishwasher, which makes life so much easier. We just load it up and let it do the work.
Technology is wonderful. So the kitchen is clean. What do you do next?
After cleaning, we have free time. This is when we do things we enjoy. Sometimes we watch movies or TV shows together. Other times we read books or work on hobbies.
What hobbies do you have?
I love reading, so I often spend evening time with a good book. I also enjoy yoga and light exercise. Sometimes I practice languages or take online courses to learn new skills.
Reading and learning are wonderful evening activities. Do you use screens before bed?
I do use my laptop and phone in the evening, but I try to stop using screens about an hour before bed. Looking at screens right before sleep can make it harder to fall asleep.
That's good advice from sleep experts. What time do you start getting ready for bed?
I usually start my bedtime routine around 10 or 10:30. I try to be in bed by 11 because I wake up early.
What does your bedtime routine include?
First, I go to the bathroom. I brush my teeth, wash my face, and do my skincare routine. I use face wash, then apply toner, serum, and moisturizer.
You take good care of your skin.
Yes, it's important to me. It only takes about 10 minutes and helps me relax. After skincare, I put on my pajamas.
Do you do anything else before sleeping?
Yes, I like to prepare for the next day. I choose my work clothes, pack my bag, and check my calendar. This makes the morning much easier and less stressful.
Great tip. Preparing at night definitely helps mornings go smoothly. Anything else?
Sometimes I read for 15 or 20 minutes before turning off the lights. Reading helps me relax and feel sleepy. I prefer reading real books instead of using my phone.
Reading before bed is so peaceful. What time do you fall asleep?
Usually between 11 and 11:30. I need about 7 to 8 hours of sleep, so sleeping at 11 and waking at 6:30 gives me enough rest.
That's a good amount of sleep. So that's your complete daily routine. Very detailed and organized. Does your routine change on weekends?
Oh yes, weekends are completely different. On Saturdays and Sundays, I don't set an alarm. I wake up naturally, usually around 8 or 9.
Sleeping in on weekends is such a luxury.
Absolutely. After waking up, I stay in bed for a while. I check my phone, read, or just relax. There's no hurry on weekends.
That sounds wonderful. What else is different on weekends?
I make a bigger breakfast, maybe pancakes or eggs with toast. I enjoy my coffee slowly while reading or watching something interesting.
A leisurely breakfast sounds perfect. What else do you do on weekends?
Weekends are for things I don't have time for during the week. I might go shopping, meet friends for lunch, go to the gym, or do household chores like cleaning, laundry, and grocery shopping.
So it's a mix of fun and responsibilities.
Exactly. I balance getting things done with having fun and relaxing. Sometimes my partner and I go on day trips, visit museums, go hiking, or try new restaurants.
That sounds like a nice balance between productive and enjoyable activities.
It is. Weekends are important for recharging your energy for the next work week.
Now let's help our listeners with some vocabulary. We've used many useful phrases today. Let's review some key expressions.
Great idea. Let's start with morning vocabulary. For waking up, you can say, I wake up at 6:30 or my alarm goes off at 6:30.
If you press the snooze button, you say, I hit the snooze button, or I snooze my alarm.
For getting out of bed, you can say, I get out of bed or simply, I get up.
For morning hygiene, we have useful verbs: brush your teeth, wash your face, take a shower, get dressed, and do your hair.
For breakfast, you can say, I eat breakfast, I have breakfast, or I make breakfast.
For drinks, you can say, I drink coffee, I have a cup of coffee, or I make coffee.
Now let's talk about work vocabulary. You can say, I leave for work, I go to work, or I commute to work.
Commute means your journey from home to work. You can say, my commute takes 30 minutes.
At work, you might check emails, attend meetings, work on projects, or collaborate with colleagues.
For breaks, you can say, I take a break, I have a coffee break, or I go for lunch.
When work ends, you can say, I finish work, I leave work, or I head home.
For evening routines, you can say, I make dinner, I cook dinner, or I prepare dinner.
After eating, you wash the dishes, do the dishes, or clean up the kitchen.
For relaxing, you can say, I relax, I unwind, or I wind down. These all mean to relax after a busy day.
Now let's talk about time expressions. You need these when talking about routines.
You can say in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, or at night.
You can also say first thing in the morning for the very first thing you do, or last thing at night for the last thing before sleep.
For how often you do things, use words like always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, or never.
For example, I always brush my teeth, or I sometimes take a nap.
You can also say every day, every morning, every evening, or each day.
Another useful phrase is tend to, which means something you usually do. For example, I tend to wake up early.
These time and frequency words are essential for describing routines.
Now let's give our listeners some tips for talking about their own routines.
Tip number 1, use present simple tense. When talking about habits and routines, use present simple. Say, I wake up at 7, not I am waking up at 7.
Tip number 2, use time markers. Always say when you do things. Say, I eat breakfast at 8, instead of just I eat breakfast.
Tip number 3, use sequence words to organize your description. Words like first, then, after that, next, and finally help people follow your routine.
For example, first I wake up, then I take a shower. After that, I get dressed. Finally, I eat breakfast.
Tip number 4, be specific with details. Don't just say, I eat breakfast. Say, I eat oatmeal with fruit for breakfast.
Details make your description more interesting and help you practice more vocabulary.
Tip number 5, practice regularly. Try describing your routine out loud in English, even when you're alone.
You can record yourself and listen back. This helps you notice mistakes and improve.
Tip number 6, write about your routine. Writing is great practice too. Write about your day, then practice speaking it.
And tip number 7, learn vocabulary in groups. Learn all morning words together, all work words together. This makes them easier to remember.
Excellent tips. Now let's talk about common mistakes that learners make.
Good idea. This will help listeners avoid these errors.
Mistake number 1, confusing make and do. We say make breakfast, make dinner, and make coffee. But we say do the dishes, do laundry, and do homework.
This can be confusing, but you just need to learn which verb goes with which noun.
Mistake number 2, forgetting articles. We say I take the bus or I take the train, not I take bus.
But we say I go to work and I go to school without the. Articles can be tricky.
Mistake number 3, using wrong tenses. Remember, routines use present simple. Say, I wake up at 7, not I am waking up at 7.
Present simple is for regular habits, not present continuous.
Mistake number 4, using reflexive pronouns incorrectly. Just say, I go to bed, not I go to bed myself.
Unless you want to emphasize that you do it alone, you don't need myself.
Mistake number 5, saying take incorrectly. We say take a shower, take a bath, and take a nap, but we don't say take a sleep. We say go to sleep.
And we say have breakfast, not take breakfast.
Being aware of these mistakes helps you avoid them.
Absolutely. Now let's make routine descriptions more interesting and natural.
Good point. Sometimes learners sound robotic when describing routines. Let's fix that.
Tip 1. Add opinions and feelings. Don't just say, I drink coffee. Say, I love drinking coffee in the morning, or I need coffee to function.
That adds personality. Tip 2. Include variations. Don't make it sound exactly the same every day. Say, usually I eat oatmeal, but sometimes I make eggs.
Using words like usually, normally, often, and sometimes sounds more natural.
Tip 3. Explain why you do things. Say, I shower in the morning because it wakes me up, or I prepare clothes at night to save time.
Giving reasons makes your description more interesting.
Tip 4. Use contractions when speaking. Say, I don't like mornings instead of I do not like mornings.
Contractions sound much more natural in spoken English.
Tip 5. Add little stories or details. Maybe mention something funny that happened, or a habit you're trying to change.
For example, I'm trying to exercise more in the morning. It's hard, but I'm getting better at it.
Perfect. That sounds natural and personal.
These tips help you sound less like a textbook and more like a real person.
Exactly. Now, let's give our listeners some practice questions. If you're listening right now, try to answer these out loud.
Question 1. What time do you wake up on weekdays? What's the first thing you do?
Take your time and answer in complete sentences with details.
Question 2. Describe your morning routine from waking up until leaving home. Use words like first, then, and after that.
Remember to include times. Say what time you do each activity.
Question 3. What do you usually eat for breakfast? Where do you eat it?
Be specific. Describe the food and drinks.
Question 4. How do you get to work or school? How long does it take?
This is good practice for transportation vocabulary.
Question 5. What do you do during your lunch break?
Think about what you eat and what activities you do.
Question 6. Describe your evening routine after coming home. What do you do before bed?
Include details about dinner, activities, and bedtime preparation.
Question 7. How is your weekend routine different from weekdays?
This lets you practice comparing different routines.
If you can answer all these questions fluently, you're doing excellent with routine vocabulary.
Remember, making mistakes is okay. The important thing is to practice and keep improving.
Mistakes are how we learn. Don't be afraid to speak, even if you're not perfect.
Well, Olivia, I think we've covered daily routines very thoroughly today.
Yes, we've talked about morning, work, evening, and bedtime routines. We've shared vocabulary, tips, common mistakes, and practice questions.
I hope our listeners feel confident now to talk about their daily routines in English.
Remember, everyone's routine is unique. Your routine is interesting because it's yours and it's different from everyone else's.
And talking about daily routines is something you'll do many times when meeting new people, making friends, or sharing about your life.
So practicing this topic is really valuable for your English learning journey.
Before we finish, remember that you can find more great content on our YouTube channel, Speak Your Flow. We have videos, podcasts, and lessons to help you improve your English.
Subscribe to Speak Your Flow so you don't miss any new episodes.
And if you enjoyed this episode, please leave a comment and tell us about your daily routine. We'd love to hear from you.
Yes, share your routine in the comments. It's great practice and we'll read them.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Olivia. This was a wonderful conversation.
Thank you for having me, Michael. It was a pleasure to be here, and I hope I helped our listeners learn something useful today.
You definitely did. And thank you to all our listeners for tuning in to Speak Your Flow. Keep practicing, keep learning, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Happy learning, everyone. Goodbye.
Goodbye.